Alright, so my name is Brian Perez. Today we're going over some of the different differential styles and strategies we've inputted into the class today. The kids here are going to be doing a lesson on social studies, and their goal is to gain and share knowledge about California's indigenous people. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, guys, like I said, our lesson is on gain and share knowledge about California indigenous people. So, a lot of you guys may not know this, but we have all these different regions, which you guys are going to look up today. Okay, that's why you guys have your Chromebooks out in front of you. It's a good differential tool for you. So we have the coast, which is here, Death Valley, which is the Mojave Desert. Okay, well actually Mojave Desert here, Death Valley's over here, sorry, San Francisco. Okay, you guys get to see all the different areas of California, and now you guys are going to be able to see all the different tribes in California. So, California Indian Pre-Contract Tribal Territory. So these are all protected lands, and here in California we have tons of them. So you have South Valley Yukuts, the Yukuts here, Foothills, so that's more like Tracy, Modesto, all that out there. Sierra, Milwaukee, think of a little bit higher, so you know, Sacramento, past there, Roseville, Catalan, Omahe, Wintu, okay, Chumash, and Sereno. So these are all the different types of tribes that are native here to California. Couple pictures here to kind of show the tribes and all their influences that they have. They have these totem poles. They would make these long houses made out of just pure tree wood. They would cut them down, assemble them, and they make these houses like that really good for them so they can eat. You guys can kind of see the style of dresswear they had. Everything they made was based off the land, naturally made. Really cool to see. So these are the couple tribes that we are going to focus on. So if you guys look in front of you, you guys have these papers right there. You guys can share them around with the group, okay? Because you guys are going to use these articles to help you guys kind of fill these the papers that we are going to do. You guys are going to work together, and you're going to be writing down key ideas and notes that you guys really see that stand out to you as you guys read this. So we have the Chumash tribe, the Pomo tribe, and again, you guys can kind of see where they're at. So in front of you, there's a map as well. If you guys want to share that around, we have the coastal map. Okay, and you guys can see where they're up from. So the Chumash tribe, they're more down south, and the Pomo tribe, we're up top. Again, you guys are going to read this on your own. If you do need me to read it, just ask. That's not a problem. Yeah, and you guys will have a chance to read this on your own as well as we fill out the forms coming up. So this is something you guys are going to fill out on your own. Again, if you guys need help with reading or understanding any key ideas, don't be afraid to ask. I'll come to your table and we'll give you guys direct instruction. So informational process grid, this is something you guys are going to fill out on your own. Again, if you do need help, don't be afraid to ask. You'll write down the tribe name, what region they're from, what kind of shelter and tools they use. So you guys get to really look at what kind of stuff they're actually using to build their items, their clothing. Right, clothing is really cool to see. You get to see all the pastime, everything that's passed down. Food, what kind of food do they eat? Now I know everybody believes like Pocahontas and the corn, right, and all that stuff, but there's actually more native food here than we think. And of course, interesting facts. So you guys will pick out one thing that you guys found really interesting to yourselves as you guys go through this. All right. So let's go ahead and do that first. Go ahead and start on this right here. So as you guys, we'll go off of the two tribes at the beginning. So we're not overloading you guys. Okay, I know we're going to go through all 6 tribes that we have planned for today, but you guys are just going to go over this right now. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so go ahead and look up, we're going to look up the Chumash and the Pomo tribe. So you guys can type that into your computers. Okay, so you guys here, type that into your computers. Okay. And then really talk about, something you guys find interesting about the tribe for yourselves, talk about your groups, and then work together to fill out that grid. So once you guys find something, go ahead and start having a small discussion about it. Okay, go ahead and start talking about it, guys. Whatever you guys find interesting, go ahead and start having a discussion about it. Again, you guys do have the sheet in front of you if you want to pass it along. Okay. Anything?
You gotta search for shelter and food, you search for clothing and jewelry, and you search for food. Of course. Wait, for which one?
And if you guys find some cool pictures too, that'll also work. You know, you guys can find the picture, describe it, something that belongs to the tribe. You know, what is it used for? Things like that. Doesn't have to be actual information. You guys can look at pictures too.
They live in the wilderness. Fish. They eat fish.
What kind of fish?
Shellfish.
Shellfish? Okay, so it's natural to the rivers.
Mustard. Shelter and food. Look for tools.
What did you guys find?
How they built the house. Okay, somebody look for clothing and
How they built their house?
then you can come over and some parts you want. It looks like
All the like men and women and guys. It looks like they're like graphics.
Look up so fast.
Okay, so let's come together real quick and we'll share some ideas. So, what was something that you guys found interesting about the Chumash tribe? Yes, Alexis.
They have mystery caves.
Mystery caves. So mystery caves are along the coast, right? So when you guys ever go to like Big Sur and all these coastal regions, right? They have these caves over there, and people are always trying to go and find them. Sometimes they're blocked off because it is, you know, something protected. So that's why. What'd you guys find?
When they hunt, they like find sea animals and like large like puffins.
Oh, nice. That's actually really cool. And what about you guys?
They're one of the oldest tribes in North America.
Oh, the oldest tribes in North America. Wow. So they've been here for a long, long time, right? The Pomo tribe. Did we get a chance to find anything on the Pomo tribe at all? Anybody? No? Okay. So the Pomo tribe, I'll go ahead and read it up here. We'll write the facts on from here because you know we don't have a whole lot of time, but we'll do this. So the Pomo tribe settled in the northern coastal part of California. Some Pomo groups settled across the Coast Range Mountains to the ocean on the west and to Clear Lake on the east. Other Pomo people settled in the Russian River Valley area, and the Pomo Native Americans had different types of houses depending on where they lived. The Clear Lake and Russian River Valley Pomo used dry reeds to form oval-shaped buildings. So a lot of you guys, if you see those oval-shaped buildings, that's what they're made out of. The Pomo groups closer to the ocean, but they have conical-shaped houses covered with many slabs of redwood bark. So they would strip the trees of their bark and actually make their houses. And they used this resource since there were so many redwood trees available to them. So redwood trees have been here forever, right? And we see them all the time. The Pomo tribe had a ceremony that included many days of singing and dancing. Okay, so when you guys go to your PE class, maybe you guys can talk to your PE teacher about trying to do that for you guys. Maybe find a dance and maybe figure out how to use that. The Pomo men and women wore beautifully colored dance clothing. They sang love songs, lullabies, songs about hunting, and other special religious songs. So it sounds like normal people, right? Have the normal routines when they go to bed with their families. And the women wore knee-length skirts and a cape. That sounds kind of cool. The Pomo men wore shorts, aprons, and capes over their body. Sometimes they would wear nothing at all. Again, indigenous people, they're native to the land. Not much shame. Only the more wealthy people would have skirts and robes. So if you were higher up, a chief, a priest, someone of the higher class, then you had the long clothing on. And during the colder weather, they use blankets made out of soft rabbit skins. So they would actually, hunt the rabbits, use their skin for fur and all that. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and stop here. So next time when we move on, I know we didn't get to finish all the tribes today. That's fine. But next time, our goal, all this stuff, as we gather all this information together, our goal is going to be to combine all this information, and we're going to make one massive project. Okay, and that project is going to be a huge poster. We'll post it up. We'll show people, the native tribes in our area. People that are indigenous here to this land before we were here, and hopefully people like to see it. They get to see who was here first, who came before us, why was this land used, how was it used, and we can go off from there. All right? Any questions today, guys? No? Okay, hey, go ahead and start packing up. Go ahead and close your Chromebooks.